Hey, what's up YouTube land and vinyl community? It is Kendall Stokes coming at you for the Spin Doctor and his Vinyl Mayhem YouTube channel. It is March 3rd. March is upon us, and I thought I would do this video today. We'll call it recent vinyl ads of the last maybe 2 months, February and January, I guess. I got a nice stack of records here that I picked up, like I said, over the last 2 months, I think. And I'll just try to go through them as quick as I can. But first I want to say thank you guys so much. I recently did go over the 100 subscriber mark. So I want to thank you guys for the support, for sticking with me for this long. Thanks for all the comments, likes, support I've gotten. Appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, thank you. And if you like what you see in this video, please hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, notification, like button, whatever you want to call it, all that stuff down there at the bottom, and leave me a comment and all that good stuff. But let's get to it. So everything I'm going to show you I picked up either here in the Charlotte area or online, either via some websites of some great record stores or some Facebook live auctions or whatever. I'll let you kind of know as I go through it. So let's get into it. First couple of records I'm going to show I picked up at Repo Records, which is just down the road. And I saw these, I'm like, I gotta get them because they're in really great shape and they're of one of my dad's all-time favorite artists, and honestly one of my all-time favorites as well, and that's Mr. Marty Robbins. This is The Drifter, Marty Robbins. This is a great record because it has some of the great country songs or western songs. You know, Marty Robbins is a great storyteller, but some of the hits on this one are Meet Me Tonight in Laredo, Mr. Shorty, love that one, Felina from El Paso. This is on the Columbia 2i label here. It's an original. It's in great condition, VG Plus all the way. Repo is really good at their grading of country records, I've noticed. It's kind of funny, but great album. I could not pass that one up when I saw it. They priced their country albums really, really well, I think. And so I was like, yeah, I gotta get that one. And then this one as well. This is Marty Robbins, My Woman, My Wife. An amazing, amazing ballad by Marty Robbins. I believe that song won a Grammy. And this is still in the Shrink, the original Shrink, also on the Columbia 2i. It's an original. Some great ones on this as well. Love Me Tender, Can't Help Falling in Love, but of course the all-time classic, My Woman, My Wife, one of my all-time favorites. Just the way that song builds up and he just belts it out. You know, Marty Robbins has one of the amazing voices, and not just country music, all music. So good. Love this. Such a great, mainly an ballad album, but just a great album. So I had to pick this one up too. Love it, love it. See, this record I picked up online. I showed this in my last video. A couple of these, I'm not gonna lie, I showed in my last video, celebrating Black History Month. If you haven't watched that one, go back and watch it. This is Little Richard's Greatest Hits. This came out in, I think, 2015. It's on the Specialty record label, which Specialty was the original label that a lot of Little Richard stuff came out on at the very beginning. But all of the great classics are on this. Sounds really good. Was very happy to pick it up. Picked it up for a very cheap price, actually, and it was new sealed when I got it. Very happy. You have to have some Little Richard in your collection. This one I also picked up for a steal on eBay, actually. This is an original Aretha's Gold on the Atlantic label. All the Aretha you ever want and need. All the classics are on this. You know, Aretha's great. I don't know what else to say. Amazing. The next couple of records I picked up at Noble, all great prices. This is the Temptations Anthology. This is a 3 LP set, and this is actually a promo, white label promo. I would pull it out and show you, but it's really tight. That's what she said. And hard to get out. Anyway, it's a white label promo on the Motown label, but this has all the Temptations you ever want and need. I mean, it's got all the classics. Papa Was a Rolling Stone, My Girl, The Way You Do the Things You Do, I'm going crazy, Ain't Too Proud to Beg. I mean, everything you ever want, every Temptation song you need in your life is on this album. So very happy to pick that one up. And then, you know what, I just couldn't pass this up for $5. Barry White's Greatest Hits. You gotta have that love making music, right? But no, this was a steal for $5 in amazing shape. Plays amazing. Couldn't pass it up for $5. Gotta have some Barry in your life. Showed this one as well. All the Supremes you need in your life right here. This is also a 3 LP set. 25th anniversary. It's got a booklet in it as well. It's 42 songs, 20 previously unreleased. It's even got the original Coca-Cola commercial, which I've never heard before. But anyway, all the Supremes you ever need. Was a great price. Couldn't pass that one up. And then I showed this one, The Best of B.B. King. This one's great. Thrill Is Gone. And then what's that one from? Sorry, can't remember what it's. Oh jeez, the Cook County Jail. How Blue Can You Get? Yeah, so good. Sweet 16. Just a great compilation of the great B.B. King. Gotta have some B.B. King in your life. Picked this one up at Hardy Boys. This is actually a really cool record because it's James Brown, but there's no singing. It's just him and the band. Great funk record. Great instrumental funk on the King label. Really cool. Actually, a really hard record to find. I was looking it up on Discogs, and yeah, this record can go for a lot of money if it's in great pristine shape. And this is, I'd say it's definitely VG, ranging on the plus side. It's a really cool record. If you haven't heard this record and you just love funk instrumental soul music, look this one up. It's really cool. Like I said, there's no vocals, but just a cool, cool dance record, I guess, is what I would say. And then this one comes by way of my buddy Doug Osbury from Big Love Vinyl. This is probably my favorite Stevie Wonder record, Intervisions. For me, Higher Ground is just where it's at. I love that song. Great way to open up side 2. But Living for the City is a great song on this record as well. This is just a great record, though. Like I said, probably my favorite. Yeah, I'm just going to say it's my favorite Stevie Wonder record. So, awesome. Pick that one up. Great price. Sounds amazing. You got to have this in your collection, and I was very excited to pick this up because this one actually had the 45. And for all you record collectors out there, you know that finding this record in the wild with the 45 in it is not an easy feat. And this comes by way of the Record Bar in Wilmington. And so thank you guys so much. This also does have the booklet as well. But to have that 45, very cool. So finally have a good copy of this in the collection. This is obviously his most prolific record, Stevie Wonder, Songs of the Key of Life. You got to have this in your collection if you're a Stevie Wonder fan, at least. Some would say you just have to have it in your collection, period. But yeah, great record. Another Stevie classic in my opinion, and I picked this up on a Facebook Live show So I picked this up from Riverbend Records. If you don't know Riverbend Records, Billy Hurst is the proprietor and owner of that establishment. They're based out of Illinois. I first came to know them through Billy's YouTube channel. Didn't know, I came to know that he had a record store through the YouTube channel, but I came to know of his Facebook Live through a buddy of mine, Brian Glick, who lives out in Illinois as well. And I met Brian through the Record Bar Facebook Live shows. Brian's a good buddy of mine, but he's the one that introduced me to Riverbend Records Facebook Live show. And so I met Billy through that, and Billy's a great guy. If you don't know Billy, very personable, very awesome dude. Just a great lover of music. We'll talk to you really about anything, but great dude. But I picked this up on a Facebook Live show that they had 3 weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks. I don't even know how long ago it was. But this is Signed, Sealed, Delivered. It's on the Motown label. This is a reissue, but it's a great record. Signed, Sealed, Delivered. It's a great cover of a Beatles song on here. I forgot which one it is now all of a sudden. What is it? Going brain dead. We Can Work It Out. Duh. Anyway, great album, great record. Stevie's just, Stevie. But I also picked this up on that show for a great steal. It was an auction, and I was the only one that bid, and I picked it up for a steal. I could not believe it. But this is a Mobile Fidelity, the second ever Mobile Fidelity that I ever purchased. Because the first one I ever purchased was that Eric Clapton One Step, and I saw this and I was like, oh man, I'd love to have this one, because this is, it's Hall & Oates, Rock and Soul Part 1, not Rock and Roll Soul, Rock and Soul Part 1, and yeah, I mean, this has got everything you want from Hall & Oates. Love this album. I've had it on CD, digital, streaming service. I mean, I had the other record, which this is an upgrade copy for me, so I'm super excited to have this. Sounds amazing. But I picked it up for a steal. I cannot believe the price that I got it for. So thank you, Billy and Riverbend Records. I would love to get out there sometime to Illinois to meet you guys in person and go to your store, because if they do have a website, I would encourage you to check them out online and on Facebook. But thank you guys. So excited to have this, my second ever Mobile Fidelity record. So very excited. Continuing with the Mobile Fidelity though, the next few purchases I picked up were from Plaid Room Records, which I frequent their website quite often because they always have a lot of sales, and they are just a great store, great prices, keep up on the best inventory, and they had this Mobile Fidelity, the Bill Withers Greatest Hits, and I needed some Bill Withers in my life. And this, obviously, everyone knows Bill Withers' catalog is amazing. Lean on Me, Just the Two of Us, Ain't No Sunshine, Use Me, amazing. And to pick this up for the price that I picked it up for, I was very excited. I know people have talked about some of their copies, the side 2, there's some distortion. This is a perfect copy, no distortion, plays great. Very excited to add another Mobile Fidelity to my collection, my third Mobile Fidelity. Very excited. Also from Plaid Room, I decided to give the Verve series Verve by Request James Brown, because you can never find this record in the wild, and if you do, it's tore all to crap. Soul on Top, James Brown. I think it's good. I know some people have said it's not the best pressing of this album. I don't know. It sounds good to me. So very happy to add this one to the collection. You always need some good James Brown. This, of course, has Pop's Got a Brand New Bag. It's got This Man's World, and just some other great tracks on it. But this is, these aren't the original recordings of those songs. This is with the Louis Bellson Orchestra. Still sound, I mean, great album. So very happy to add some more James Brown to my collection. While I was there, I also decided to pick up this 50th anniversary of Superfly. This is, of course, done from the original analog tapes, mastered by Kevin Gray, I believe. You gotta have some Superfly in your collection. Great Curtis Mayfield album. I've never actually seen the movie. I've heard it's not the greatest movie in the world anyway. Album's great, though. It does come with that second LP of bonus material and a slip mat. Kind of cool. But just a great record. This is number 2,213 of, I think they did. I don't remember how many they did. But anyway, very happy to add this to the collection as well. Almost done, guys. Just stick with me. And also from Plaid Room, I saw they had this in stock. The late, great Taylor Hawkins. This was the last solo project he did. Taylor Hawkins and the Cottontail Riders. This came out, I think, in 2019? 18, 19, 20, maybe? I don't remember. This has a lot of great artists on it. I believe Nancy Wilson, Dave Grohl, of course. I'm going brain dead all of a sudden. Guy from Jane's Addiction, Perry Farrell, jeez. Some other great collaborators are on this as well. I think Joe Walsh is on it. Anyway, just a great rock album from a guy that we lost way too soon. I could not believe that they had this, though, because this comes around every once in a while. So very excited to add this to the collection. Love Taylor Hawkins. I also realized that I didn't have this in my collection. This is Cake's second album, of course. Fashion Nugget came out in 1996. And I picked it up just in time. I mean, I picked it up over a month ago, but I picked it up just in time because next week, their third album, Prolong the Music, something like that. Their third album's coming out for the first time on vinyl next week. This one's great, though. My favorite one on here. I mean, it's got a great cover of "I Will Survive." It's also got Frank Sinatra in the distance, but stick shifts and safety belts. That's my go-to on this record. Love that. Love that song. Just a fun song. So if you haven't heard that song, stream that one first, just because it's a fun song. But you gotta have this album. It's a great album. So I had to add that to my collection as well. Alright, the last couple records I'm going to show you came by way of Lunchbox Records, just down the road here in Charlotte as well. And this goes with my video I did a while back, the Guilty Pleasures. I am a huge Michael Bolton fan. I will go ahead and admit it. I'm a Michael Bolton fan. This is The Hunger. This one was known for Sitting on the Dock of the Bay. That's What Love Is All About. You're All That I Need. This was, I think, his second or third solo record. I can't remember. But this was the prologue to what was going to be his probably biggest album, which I also picked up there as well. They had both of these records. I could not believe it. They were like so cheap, but they're in like amazing shape. But Soul Provider, which, I mean, come on, this record right here. I mean, my wife makes fun of me. I love her, but she makes fun of me. But I mean, come on, Soul Provider, Georgia on My Mind, and of course, how am I supposed to live without you? And everyone just quit watching the video, I'm sure. But I'm sorry. Guilty pleasure all the way. Love this. Almost done, I promise, guys. Stick with me. And then the last two, well, this one also came. I cannot believe I found this. This is a band called Talus. And a lot of you have probably never heard of them. Talus was a band that started back in the late 70s and went into the 80s. They had their lineup changed quite a bit, except for mainly number one, Mr. Billy Sheehan. Billy Sheehan, love Billy Sheehan, one of the best bass players to ever walk the planet. Mr. Big, he played with David Lee Roth. Now he's with the Winery Dogs. Love them. Sons of Apollo. But this is their second album. This was released on a label called Relativity Records. It's on the green label. This is a very hard record to find. This was like $4. Now the cover is a little tore up. This was like $4. And it was just sitting in this pile, you know, and I was like, what? I could not believe I found this record. This, to me, was like it was like a grail, honestly. I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe I found this record for $4. And the record itself is in pristine condition, plays beautifully. I was so excited to find this record. I could not believe it. So excited. So, yes, find of the year so far for me is that record. And then the last record I did pick up, my wife actually got it for me. It was the Valentine's Day gift that she got me. And it was a record that I did not get last year when it came out, and if I would have, it would have been my probably pick for best record of 2022. Somehow I missed out on it. What was wrong with me? I don't know. But it was Talus' new record that came out last year. Yes, they released new music last year. This is called 1985. God, I love that cover. Got the DeLorean just sitting there, rotting away. But what's really cool about this is the vinyl, which I'm going to pull out real fast. This video's gone longer than I wanted it to, and I do apologize. That is a white marble looking, but the label is what's the coolest looking thing to me, because it is the rim to the DeLorean, and that is just, to me, the coolest looking thing in the world. But this is some awesome you can call it metal. I don't want to call it metal, because to me metal's, I mean, I guess you'd call it a subgenre of metal. But if you're into the 80s, you know, the 80s kind of metal, like that was popular on MTV, kind of like Mr. Big, but not quite like Mr. Big. I don't know how I would describe them. You know, like David Lee, I don't know. Just look them up. Talus, look them up. They're an awesome band. You know, I don't even think you can stream this record, so good luck with that. But this one you can. Just awesome music. Very, very awesome. Very excited about these records here. Guys, this record went long. Please like and subscribe, please, if you liked what you saw. Leave me a comment down below. Leave me a thumbs up if you liked it. If you're new, like I said, and stuck with me through this last 23 minutes, subscribe. And let me know what you thought. Let me know if you have any of those records and you like them, or if you don't like them, what you did and don't like. If you've heard of Talus, let me know. But again, appreciate you guys, and I will see you on, as Michael Scott would say, the flippity flip. Peace.